Thank you Director Henry, ambaye tumefanya kazi naye kwa muda mrefu tangu tulipo kubalika katika huduma hii ya kanisa kama wachungaji. Niseme ya kwamba naitwa Alfred Mugendi Kanga na Yesu ni Bwana na Mwokozi wa maisha yangu, na niko na furaha sana dhuhuri ya leo kuwa kikao hiki tena tukiwa tumekuja kongamano la wanaume ambao this kind of church seminars in kitambo it was reserved of women and youth, and I'm happy that now we can be able to meet as men and talk and discuss and then plan ourselves. I myself ni wajama. I was made a monjama by the late John Gato in 1997. That is when I became a full member wa jama. Kwa hivyo ukiniona hapa ndio ya kwamba ndemo jama. I am a mujama. It's only that now a teacher cannot put uniform ya mwanafunzi. Sawa. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. So that we can be able to distinguish between the teacher and the mwanafunzi. So I'm happy that we are here together and we have come to Keherine so that we can be able to learn more. And I know since you came, you have been taken through quite a number of lessons and insights that you have been imparted with a lot of knowledge that are quite important in dissemination of your duties, your work, and wherever you are. I was told to speak about manhood. And before I talk much, I have always challenged director ya kwamba sisi wanaume tunakuwa so much disadvantaged. And I also got another thing when I went to visit somebody in Atimoya hospital, the mission hospital Atimoya. On the door there is a poster that is put there. It is showing how you can prevent Ebola from spreading. And there are 8 pictures. One of the picture, the way you can spread Ebola is a man urinating. A man urinating. You are told don't come into contact with urine. The next picture was a man vomiting. And then there was a lot of vomit on the ground. And then you are told don't come into contact with. The other one, it was like, hey, alikuwa anafanya nini? Anajisaindia. Then you are told don't come into contact with that. The fourth picture, ilikuwa ya mlembo. Akiwa ametoa ulimi, which suggested that you're not supposed to come into contact with saliva. Now can you see, mlembo ni saliva. But men ni kukojoa, kutapika, tafakari ya babu. So, and what I can define manhood in a simple term, it is a state of not being a boy. That is man. That is not manhood, eh? It is man. So a state of not being a boy, ama wakati we sio kijana wa mdogo, that is what we can define to as a man or a manhood. But our topic is responsible manhood, isn't it? So it is a man that has a responsibility. And as we describe a manhood or a manhood being somebody out of youthful stage, ama an adult. When we describe a manhood, we talk of somebody who is not young, ambaye akona uume, ambaye somebody who is not mtoto. Then I believe we want now to couple that so that we can now be able to achieve our objective by talking about responsible manhood. Because to be a man, it can be reflex action. It can be automatic. When you get it done, now you have been ushered into a man. When you finish your school, high school, is automatic that you have become a man. When you are able to talk with a lady and date her, then that shows that you are already becoming a man. So there are very many stages that suggests you have become a man. But remember, we are coupling that manhood with responsibility. Sawa sawa. So we want to see how can you be a responsible man. Responsible man. Ukiwa una responsibility. We have come here to make sure that as we continue as men, as we continue on our daily course, as we continue on our daily schedules, as we continue doing any other thing that you do, we are doing it being responsible. Tuna uwajibikaji kama mwanamume. Sio kupiga makelele ovyo ovyo, una uwajibikaji. Hata kama ni, even if you are the head of the family, you have a responsibility. And that is why now we are discussing about you being a man. Luke chapter 15, verse 11, has recorded a very fascinating story. And that story is known by everybody, including church school goers. And it talks about a prodigal son. But when you look at that story of the prodigal son, you look at it critically. You read it through from how the son got lost. You understand that the person who was lost was not the son, was the father. So that chapter, instead of me giving it a topic, the prodigal son, I talk about the prodigal father. Because of what? One, this man was confronted by his younger son, and he told him that I want my property. And this man, without consulting, he gave the property. That was not responsible enough. Because this man would have known the tradition that you cannot give a younger son the property, leaving the older one. So this man was very irresponsible. I am not seeing a prodigal son. I am seeing an irresponsible father. Because hakuna vile mtoto wako anaweza kukutokelezea akwambie nipe mali, unampea mali. We are not seeing this father going to consult with the mother. Although you are the head, you have to do consultation. Because unajua shingo inakalia, kichwa inakalia nini? Shingo. Kwa hivyo shingo ikiondoka, kichwa hamna. So that is why this man was so irresponsible, because he did not make any consultation. So to be a responsible man is one, to know your culture, to know the tradition, to know the do's and the don'ts. To know a responsible man hakonjoi kwa barabara ovyo ovyo. Sawa sawa. That is being a responsible man. So this man was not able to understand the culture in which he was operating in. Because you cannot subdivide your property and give one person and leave the other. So this person was very irresponsible. This father was very irresponsible. The other thing that I'm seeing is that this man did not even understand what was happening in the home. Hakuwa anajua nini kinachoendelea katika familia. Kwa sababu when this prodigal son came back, he made some decision, eh? Unilateral, yani kufanya decision of ovyo. That one Shemon amefanya. He made that decision without even wanting to know what has been happening. So we are here so that we can be able to understand. For you to be a responsible man with the manhood that you have, then you have to be somebody who is able to make decision. You have to be somebody who is responsible in that he can be able to consult with one another. You must be a person who is able to know your children. Because wanaume wengine hawajui familia zao, wanaume wengine hawajui watoto wao, wanaume wengine hawajui wake wao. Pale wanaguzwa wanaguruma, kuna mama huko. Pale wanaguzwa wanaguruma, pale wanaguzwa wanaleta nini? Shida. They don't know. So it's very important for you to be able to understand all these things. Is good for you to keep on talking with these people ili uweze kuwajua. So to be a responsible man, one, you cannot become a responsible man by a right. A light ya R-I-T-E. Light. Not light ya L. Lecture, so to speak. You cannot be a responsible man because you have passed through a cultural lecture. Yes, it is important where it is applicable, but that one does not give you. Hiyo haiwezi kukupatia mwanaume ambaye anawajibika. Mwanaume ambaye anawajibika sio kwa sababu ya kupitia mahali fulani. Mwanaume ambaye anawajibika sio kwa sababu ya kupitia sehemu fulani. Mwanamume ambaye amewajibika sio kunywa holela na kula holela. When we are being debated in Form 1, tulikuwa tunaambiwa kwamba you can only know that you have been admitted to Form 1 ukifanya nini? Ukivuta musokoto. Ukivuta shuu halafu unakaa unatoa. Now you have already been admitted, but true to it, that was not the real admission. Sawa. Kwa hivyo kuna wengine ambao before they are declared a man, they have to do something. Wengine lazima wawe simba. Wengine lazima wafanye kitu fulani. So to be a responsible man is not doing all these things. To be a responsible man is not fathering. You can be a responsible man without fathering. To be a responsible man is not doing all those things. To be a responsible man is now the following. Bwana asifiwe. Is the following. You go to the story of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 26. Unaona vile Mungu aliwasiliana na watu wake. Na mmoja ambaye alikuwa anasemezana naye sana alikuwa Adamu. Na ile kazi kubwa ilipeanwa katika shamba la Edeni. Ile kazi ilikuwa imelengwa kupokelewa na mwanamume. Lakini yeye alifanya mambo ambayo ilionekana kana kwamba yeye si mwanamume. Kwa sababu alianguka kwa majaribio. Kwa sababu hakusikiza masharti. Na kwa sababu hakujua lengo ni kwa nini alikuwa pale. So to be a responsible man is for you to know the purpose where you are. Kwa sababu if he knew why he was put in the Garden of Eden, you would not have gone wrong. But he went wrong kwa sababu yeye hakujua ni kwa nini alikuwa pale. So I can say in the story of hii katika shamba la Edeni, ni kana kwamba this man was not able to make a decision. A responsible man is one that is able to make a decision. Kama wala wamefanya decision ya kulala, wamenifurahisha, because whether they were given a warning by the director or not, they don't care. They have made a decision. Watafanya nini? Watalala. That's being a man. Ukipanga kuamua unafanya nini? Unaamua. But this man in the Garden of Eden was very poor decision maker. Kwa sababu alipatiwa masharti. Akaambiwa usifanye hivi, ufanye hivi, musifanye hivi, mfanye vile. So one, he was not able to make a decision. So this shows, inaashiria kwamba a responsible man is somebody who is able to make a decision. Whether it is wrong or right, you have to make a decision. A responsible man is one who is able to live and to lead sacrificially. Because this man hakusacrifice. Because if he sacrificed, hatungekuwa tukikufa leo. Tungekuwa tunaishi milele na milele. Lakini huyu mjamaa hakufanya sacrifice. Kwa hivyo manhood, a responsible manhood is the one who is able to sacrifice. Who can sacrifice for and on behalf of the family. Who can sacrifice for and on behalf of the children. Who can sacrifice for and on behalf of the Itola. That is why you find those people who go to fight. Wale watu ambao wanaenda kupigania wanajeshi. Najua they have already made a sacrifice. Na watu mimi kama kuna polisi hapa na kupatia hongera. Kwa sababu hawa watu wanakimbia kule kuna vita. They like kule ambako umesikia watu wamekufa ndio wanaabiri ndege wanaenda kutua kule. Kwa sababu they are already sacrificial men. They can sacrifice for and on behalf of their country. So a responsible man is the one that can sacrifice for and on behalf of your family. When you go at home, you can sacrifice for and on behalf of your family, of your spouse, of your children. In that, you are not an OCS. Najua wanaume wengine wakifika nyumbani wanakuwa OCPD Nakuru police station na wataki kuongea. They are so serious. Na huko umetoka ulikuwa unacheka. Huko umetoka ulikuwa sawa sawa, lakini ukifika nyumbani I don't know what happened. You become an OCS. Mama akipita unamwangalia kama umekosana na ni wewe ulimleta. Hii ikifanyika hivi unaangalia ukiwa serious. Utacheka ukiona paka ikipita ndio utaanza kuita pusi, si ndio hiyo? Lakini hapa pengine you are so serious, you are in your internet, you are watching there. You have to sacrifice. And it's very funny wanaume mkufika nyumbani na mimi nikiwa mwanaume hado wako bakuthi kwa mutumia ali ukathi kwa bakurora ng'ombe. Then you wonder who is more important than the other. Ni mutumia kana ni ng'ombe. Sasa nyinyi mnaenda kuangalia ng'ombe. Mnapita hapo, mnapita kwa ng'ombe, mnaangalia hala makola wanagui miruthi, mnaenda kuangalia kama mbwa wamekula chakula na machevu na nini, wengine wanaenda kuangalia kuku. Alafu the first question you ask, we ng'ombe nehemai. So instead of asking whether your wife has taken a glass of water, you are so concerned with whether ng'ombe imekunywa nini. Which is more important, ng'ombe kukunywa maji ama mama kukunywa maji? Mama kukunywa maji. So why don't you be sacrificial? Ile makosa ingine mnafanya ni kwamba mkiwapeleka hosi mnawawacha. Mnawaambia mkimaliziwa unifla. Lakini ukipeleka gari garage unatoka hapo. Na shida hapo naangalia wewe makanika. Wewe geshumakeu makanika wewe. Unakaa hapo hata uwezi ukaenda nini? Lunch. Getweri amekuja. Lakini ukiwapeleka, so a responsible man is the one who first of all understands his family. Na mnakaa vizuri, na mnaendelea vizuri because this guy sacrificed. So you are supposed to sacrifice. A responsible man. Number 3 is one that do protection. You have to protect your family. You have to protect whatever at whatever cost. You must be a protector. Sio kwa unaenda kulala mapema mbele ya mama na hujui kama hata mlango umefanya nini? Umefungwa. Hapana. You have to be a protector. You have to protect the family. You have to protect everybody. You have to protect what come. Na unajua wakati mwingine wamama wanakuwa wanapendelewa na society. See, they are favored by the society. I was astonished the other day to learn that even if a lady go to Kabete to train kupea ng'ombe dume, do you know what that course is called? It is called animal. Because that's what the course suggests. And even if it is a lady who is training for that course, she will be referred to as a animal husband, not humanly. Animal husbandry. Just imagine. Animal husbandry. Ile ingine hamjui, hata mama akiua mtu aende jela, anastakiwa na manslaughter. So we are always disadvantaged. That is why sometimes we have to orient ourselves with these people ili tukae vizuri. So what I'm trying to say, that a responsible man is one that does not only be a good decision maker, is not only that who takes sacrifices, is not only that who protect his family, but then number 4, a responsible man is the one that can be able to provide. That is being responsible. you are able to provide for your family. You are able to provide for the society. You are able to provide for the nation. You are able to provide. You are able to provide. You are able to do what? To provide. Lakini what do we see you do? Sometimes you don't. Amungangani ku provide. Unaenda, unakula nyama, unabebea mbwa mifupa. Yani fio ma kweli kusema ukweli, umeenda umekula nyama, umebebea mbwa mifupa siku ya kwanza, umeenda umekula nyama, umebebea mbwa mifupa siku ya pili, umeenda umekula nyama siku ya tatu, umebebea mbwa mifupa. Kweli wewe una hapo ni je, huo ni ungwana? Huo si ungwana. So a responsible man, you see, man is manhood. I'm omitting hood. I want to talk about responsible man, but when I talk of man, you see, I'm talking of manhood. Is one who is able to provide. Who is able to provide. It is very bad. I'm not saying that you carry every day when you eat, but sometimes you don't provide. So a responsible man is the one that does the provision. If you can be able to provide. There are those who are able to provide, but they don't do it. So a responsible man is one that can provide. A responsible man is one that act as a prophet. Unaona kesho kutakuwa namna gani? Unaangalia ukiwa hapa, unaona kesho utastaafu. Unajipanga vile utafanya nini? Utastaafu. That one is being a responsible man. Sio kukaa tu ugo kirete ugo na unajua masiku inasonga. So a responsible man is one who can be able to see how things are going, who is able to see how things are unfolding, who is able to see what is happening aloud, and then you are able to act in time, in advance. Sio kukimbia wakati mambo yameenda mlama. So I am here to say that a responsible man is the one that can be able to provide. A responsible man is the one that is pleasant. You are available. Pleasant. You are pleasant. Uko area. Uko area. And let me tell you, the effect of a man in the area, in environment, speaks volume. Hata wakati hakuna kitu, hata wakati tu hakuna kitu, wewe ukiwa area kuna kuwa kupoa. Lakini when you are not around, inakuwa mbaya, because research has shown that those homes that don't have responsible men, zile mboma ambazo hazina wanaume wanaowajibika, that one you find even if there is sons there, utakuja kesho ukute kwamba ametoboa nini? Masikio. Kwa sababu ana shida, anaona maadhi. Kila wakati ana shida, anafanya nini? Naona maadhi. Kwa hivyo anaweza akaiga mamake, na ndiposa unaona kiini cha watu wakitoboa masikio, na kiini cha watu wakichoma nywele, na kiini cha watu wakipaka makucha rangi, kwa sababu in that boma there was a mzee who was not responsible. And to be responsible limo lazima ukondoe macho, useme hakutaenda hivyo. So a responsible man is one that does everything purposefully, with a purpose. Whatever you do it with a purpose. Whatever you do, whatever you say, yote ambao unasema, yote ambao unasongesha na unafanya lolote, lazima ufanye ukiwa na ni kwa nini unafanya jambo ile. A responsible man is a peacemaker. Sometimes you let it go for the sake of peace. Sawa sawa. Kunajua watu walisema kwamba baiskeli inasonga kwa sababu gani? Do you know why the bicycle is able to move? Because one pedal has to go down. If pedal za baiskeli zikikataa, zingangane, haiwezi zikatoka pale iko. Lakini baiskeli inasonga kwa sababu pedal moja inateremka, nyingine inafanya nini? Inapanda. So whether you are a man and you are the head of the family, it's good for you sometimes. It's good for you sometimes to sacrifice, to sacrifice for the purposes of making peace. Whether ulitoa mbuzi or not. Unajua kuna wakati mwingine tunaleta shida sana kwa sababu ya mbuzi. Kule nyumbani. Wale hero mai magwithamba no arutire mburi no aracirie. Wale hero irio no egire atia. And did you know she not participated in that goat eating. No amenya watu alire mburi acoka kiuma kwao. No ngarire mburi. Anyway, riu ndungitindo ukimuhe ya ni mburi ndakuraciirie ni mburi ni ndatigire thoda na ndanyuire thoda ni ndatigire maretho no ngakehire na retho icio. So hawezi ukambaba kila wakati ati ya kwamba ni warutire. Anyway, what I'm saying is you can swallow your pride for the purposes of sisemi mukae tu ndreiga mugie heo sisemi muingize baridi, but what I'm saying sometimes you can let it go for the purposes of peace, isn't it? So that is what we define as a responsible man. Somebody who can let it go. Somebody who can say potelea mbali. Somebody who can do 1, 2, 3. These are not, I'm not going to explain. I want to talk about the values of a responsible man. One, you must be honorable. Na unakuwa mheshimiwa. Sawa sawa. Pana kama unakuwa mheshimiwa. Values of a honorable man. 1, unakuwa mheshimiwa. 2, unakuwa a servant. You are a servant. Like especially you, men fellowship member. You are a servant. Muwe na ile roho ilikuwa na Paulo. Do you know Paul, all his letters, he starts by introducing himself as a doulos. Doulos, you interpret it as a servant, but the original Greek meaning is slave. Kwa hivyo, all the time he introduces himself as a servant, as a slave. Anasema niye mutumwa. Is mutumwa a servant? Mutumwa is a servant. Is a messenger, whichever the case. So he introduces himself as a servant. Anajua servant kana mutumwa hana kuwa na mambo mengi. Kwa hivyo nanyi ningesema ya kwamba muwe na roho ya huduma. Mkipatiwa huduma mnafanya. So that one is also a value that you have to be a servant. The other thing, a responsible man is a man who is loyal. Lazima muwe na loyalty. Kanisani muna loyalty. Itola ine mko na loyalty. Chifu akitana mkutano mnaenda. Sio kusema ni wewe umeokoka. Nani amekwambia kwa chifu hakutaki watu ambao wameokoka? So you have to be loyal even to the chief. You have to be loyal. Another value of a man is you have to be a man of integrity. This is lacking in many areas. Integrity is very important. Integrity is very important. And integrity sometimes you can even go opposite. Social ethics is very important, is very fascinating and interesting, because sometimes it can allow you to kill. Inakukubalia kuua if whatever you are doing is for the gain. For instance, if you are captain and unaendesha meli ya watu 300 na imezidi na watu 150 na inataka kuzama na mtazama mko kule baharini kule ndani, what does ethics say? The ethics say you kill 150 kwa unatupa, unatupa kwa unang'ea, unafanya nini? Narusha. Kavohono kemo imera tondu riu hau ni kuraga na gwikada. By doing that utaokoa 150. Sidio hiyo? That is ethics, euthanasia, the law of euthanasia. When you kill to help. So here we are saying that sometimes you have to use integrity. Mko kwa nyumba, wezi wamekuja, wanataka kuua kijana yako amepanda kwa ceiling. Wakuuliza kijana yako wako wapi? Utamwambia kwa ceiling. Mbadha gikada. Kava mathi mwanake oima muhoe muge mwathani ndahoya. Odirikana ndo gwikada. But that's being a man of integrity. Sio kwa una anyway. So you have to be a man of integrity in very many areas. And you have to apply what we call situational ethics. Because if you don't apply situational ethics, then you find yourself getting the wrong side of the spear kila wakati. Another value is being is courage, and you should be knowledgeable. And as I finish, this is not from anywhere, it's from me. As far as I'm concerned, according to Mugendi now. According to Mugendi, A responsible man is the one who does exercise. Nikuwa nyanyukaga hanini. Najua hakuna maana ukatae kuosha nyumba kwa sababu ya mbuzi ulitoa, lakini unalauka asubuhi mapema, unaenda gym, unaambiwa stretch your heart, bed, go reverse. What's the difference? Tofauti ni gani? Shame. Tofauti ni gani? Ni mahali huko. You're saying where I'm not saying. You're saying where you are is very. You see, we abandon a lot of work that we pay to gym. Tufanya nini? Kufanya. Unafanyishwa mazoezi ya kufanya hivi, and you'd have done the same being productive at home. So hapana kimbia kwa gym na uko na gym nyumbani. Hapana. Yani, are you telling me that you don't have somewhere you can do press up at home? Ili ukimbie ukalipe. I'm not saying this is bad. I know there are those who does that, which I'm not saying it's bad. But are you telling me that hakuna mahali unaweza ukafanyia press up kabla uende kulima? Are you telling me that hakuna mahali unaweza ukapanga vitu nyumbani ufanye exercise? So anyway, I'm saying a responsible man is, according to me, a responsible man is the one that can do exercise. A responsible man is the one that go for medical checkup regularly. That's according to me. Sawa. Is one that goes for medical checkup regularly. You see what is happening in your body. Najua kuna watu wanakaa wanapata blackout. Na you don't resuscitate them again. Blackout ni gani? Kama ulipitia mahali upime pressure uambiwe uko 190, ungepatiwa tablet ifanya nini? Yanguke. So, a responsible man is the one that goes for regular checkup all the time. A responsible man is the one that observes diet. Observing diet is very important. Diet. Hapana kimbilia nyama kila wakati, hapana. Kulea bosho na madhalu is very important. So a responsible man is the one that does eat balanced diet all the time. Na unajua hii balanced diet ndio ilileta shida wakati mlembo aliolewa, na wakati alifika huko nyumbani, you know what he was given by man? Irogima alishoa ikada akenywa ke koko, mnajua nda twale ile ngima tukekada tukenywa shoro. Leo sami athie kwa mami kumugeithia agicoka mulembo ndengire aria ni undu wake lack of balance diet. Mali ile ngima magekada kenywa shoro. So it's very important for you to observe diet available for your family, and also be a romantic person. Nagetiriha, nimeluka kwa sababu 30 minutes zimeisha. Nagetiriha. I want to give you a parting shot on Proverbs chapter 31 verses 1, 3 and 4. Proverbs 31 verse 1, 3, 4, 5 is written by a king who was called Lemuel. Okay? But Lemuel was remembering what the mother had told him. And when he became a king, the mother gave him this psalm of chapter 31. And among other verses, verse 3 and 4 is very important. Because the mother told him, you, my son, be careful of, nani akona Biblia? Be careful of women. Then verses 4, akaambiwa be careful of wine. Na nyinyi wanaume, alume, aige, nemeko munina. Lemuel aliambiwa kwamba wachana mambo ya mama wengi. Na akaambiwa sikunywe pombe mingi sana. So what I can tell you, for you to be a responsible man, you should be a man of one wife. Mutirenda hapo po mtaki hii mipango ya kando itamumaliza. I'm not talking to you. You see, when you are teaching, you say for those who are there and those who are not there. So this is not for you. But haiki na meshuva na maundu maingi hiyo itamumaliza. Na unajua hiyo ndio inamaliza watu ambao wanafanya kazi Nairobi. Watu ambao wanafanya kazi Nairobi wanakaa hapo, wanakunywa michupa, wanakaa na wanawake, wakistaafu, wakienda nyumbani hawakai sana kwa sababu wanja zoea maisha ya nini? Ya geshagi. Na ni muramenya ule akinyina mekire muthuri ucio alikuwa na chupa pande hii na wanawake pande hii, kwisha kabisa wakati alifilisika aliangwa kwa mtaro. Ngaonile mundu wa kumuheke. Nyimbo ici mumenyagira ku, where do you learn these songs? Na mwina magoti matune. Is it? Mikameme. Kama mathikagiriria. Thank you so much. I wish you well and may God bless you. Thank you.
My name is John Karoga. I'm an exporter of horticultural product. We grow our flowers in Mount Kenya. We do our vegetables in different parts of Kenya. I met people who had been with Family Bank and they encouraged me to join Family Bank. It's about 5 years now, 5 to 6 years we have been working together. It's working well. I have not regretted since I joined them. They've got very professional managers, and I keep on telling them, this is to me is like a second home. During the COVID time, they financed me. And I'm very confident that the bank will be with me as I expand the business.
Our customers are family, and we want you to know that you can always bank on family.